welcome to my first actual long-form vlog that isn't a mini TikTok vlog. It's good to have you here. Without further ado, I will only be talking here and there, I think, which is a bit difficult for me because I tend to yap a lot, I think, and ramble, but here we are. So last month my partner and I went on a little weekend trip to Falmouth, which is a small seaside town in the southwest of England. I've never actually been there before. It's definitely the furthest south of the country I've ever visited at this point, and since I've moved to the UK about a year ago now. I was told this is a very popular town for people who are retired. I can definitely understand the appeal. The way of life here is very slow and very remote compared to where I grew up in California and where I live now. Would I personally live here? Probably not, but it's a nice place to visit when the UK decides to grace us with some sunshine now and again. My partner showed me around an art university called Falmouth Uni, where he graduated. Their campus was so beautiful, it was like walking through a jungle. I could hardly believe I was still in England half the time. If I lived in the UK earlier in my life, I'd have probably enrolled here instead of where I graduated, honestly. If you're in the UK and looking for a nice art uni, take a peek at Falmouth. The next day we got some pasties and started our hike along the southwest coast path. I got distracted trying to find some little creatures in the tide pools. Sadly, I only got some shaky footage of some shy shrimp. Finally getting on this trail, it literally goes on for miles and miles along the, well, coast, so we only trekked a section of it before turning around and heading back for dinner. There was part of the path that was so lush and beautiful with all these wild looking trees, and the shade was nice and cool while we walked along. I'd recommend this hike for anyone interested in seeing some more rural parts of England, and if you're exploring Cornwall in general, which is the basically county Falmouth is in. Definitely go on a nice sunny day. Unlike us, though, despite the weather, it was still beautiful in its own right, and I'm glad to have been there. I didn't record certain parts of this trip because I wanted to be fully in the present. We did a quick visit to a little art store in Falmouth called Salt Art Supply, which is run by 2 alumni, I believe, who went to Falmouth University. Definitely check out their shop if you're interested and you're in the area. I will link them below. On one of the days, I also met up with an art friend in real life for the first time while I was down there. I will link her Instagram down below as well if you're curious to see some of her artwork. She is very talented and super sweet. We had a long chat about life and freelancing over some much needed breakfast and coffee. On the final day, we got an early afternoon train home after a quick breakfast, and once we were back, I got to filling some sketchbook spreads from our short time there. I for sure want to come back and visit. Hopefully we get a bit luckier on some nicer weather another time. Throughout our trip, we also found some lovely cats on our walks around town, particularly this orange one. He was so cuddly and sweet. I was so sad as we had to eventually keep walking back to our B&B. Thank you for being here on my first full vlog and listen to me yap about life and my little adventures. There will be a lot more of that to come. Until next time, take care of yourselves and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!